Hi, my name is Malika Neith Cornejo. I'm here at the HEaL conferences in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined by Ravi and Ian Slade. And give them a wave out there. Tell everyone hello.
Hey guys.
So we are going to just engage in a little bit of chat. You know, we were talking earlier about some of the experiences that you had here at the HEaL conferences and how you're feeling as you're thinking about future possibilities. Talk to us a little bit about that, Ravi, and then we'd love to hear your thoughts too, Ian.
Sure. Absolutely. I think we had an amazing conference here, particularly talking about the advancements in healthcare, both healthcare and also the applications of technology in healthcare. So which is a big field right now, and that's what I'm focused on, AI in healthcare, and especially at HEaL. I got an opportunity to share my thoughts on how AI or technology can shape the future of healthcare. And I'm particularly fascinated by the way we organized all the fireside chats and panel discussions and the keynote sessions, multiple different formats through which we are sharing the knowledge, creating awareness of technology and healthcare with the people here. Especially this is going to make a transformation and transformative change, because we are essentially create change. Healthcare, when you talk about healthcare, it's all about future and how technology and healthcare industry gets transformed in the next 5 to 10 years. I particularly enjoyed that aspect of this conference here.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with Ravi. We were talking about this in our fireside chat, and one of the things that I am personally excited about is now that we have a means of looking at so much data, everything affects everything. As humans, there are only so many variables that we can juggle in our head, but with the aid of AI, now we have a better grasp of the different variables. But what excites me the most is eventually we'll get back to being human, meaning as clinicians, talk more with the patients, the family. It just gives us more time to do more creative stuff and less of the mundane, routine stuff that we can automate. So that, I think, is going to be very liberating for a lot of people working in the industry.
Yeah. And I echo those comments. I was on a panel yesterday with Ian. We both were on the panel. We were talking about the impact of AI on modern healthcare. And especially my specialization has been AI in healthcare revenue cycle management. And we were sharing some examples yesterday with some of the audiences, and there were lots of interesting, engaging questions on how the data aspect works and how to remove biases in the data, and how do we make these outcomes more fair. When you're especially using artificial intelligence, there are lots of pros and cons as well, because this technology is still evolving. So Ian and I were talking on a fireside chat with the audience, and it's pretty engaging discussion. And I'm glad that I was able to share some of that stuff with the audience here.
You had a really good response on how to approach biases. Why don't you share some of that today? I think that was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to artificial intelligence, pretty much the algorithms, they get trained on data, right? Your result or your outcome of that AI or machine learning or generative AI solution is as good as the data that you trained it on. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have the data which is balanced, so you always get an outcome which is biased. And it's like the machine learning solutions or the systems learn like how we humans learn. So we learn from our experiences. Mm-hmm. Our experiences are the inputs for us, and then we do reasoning out of it. Same is the case for machines, right? The machines learn from the data that we input too. So that's why the similar biases, like humans have unconscious, conscious biases, similar biases might exist in the machine learning. So it's our responsibility that is incumbent on us who are building these applications, technology applications, to train the models to remove that bias as much as possible. That means you have to have balanced data. As an example, right, in your data, if you are predicting a disease outbreak, and if you are removing the geographic location or zip code for any regulation, because regulation sometimes doesn't allow you to put the zip code to train, right? But you're removing a very important factor to make the prediction on, because disease outbreaks are dependent on geographic location. So that's why we have to have data which has a representation of gender, race, ethnic groups, because that is how we will create that fairness in the outcomes at the end of the day. So that is how we will make these technology solutions more accurate. We have a long way to go to reach that point where we are making technology evolving and making good progress. I am very optimistic that technology is going to change healthcare.
Absolutely. And you used the term yesterday, augmented intelligence, which I thought is really good, where we're using the data presented to us as a jumping off board and not just taking it as gospel, right,
Yeah.
and running with it, but looking at it and also putting in what you know, your experiences, expertise, and then figuring out what's the next best thing to do versus just relying on, oh, well, ChatGPT said so. So, so I think that right now we're teaching AI, we're giving it data. Very soon it will show us, hey, here's your decision patterns for these types of patients, but here's what I think we should do. And I think the unknown unknowns, that for me is very exciting because now we'll be given a glimpse into things that we just didn't have the tools to take a look at. So it's just a black box, but soon we'll be able to correlate all of these things and hopefully, to your point, make better decisions.
Yes. Now, you all mentioned, Ravi, I heard you say explicitly that there was a different experience for you with the audience here at the HEAL conferences. If someone were to ask you what your experience was like and would you consider returning, what might you say?
I would definitely come back because this is, as I mentioned, this is one of the amazing conferences that I attended. And the reason particularly is the audience, as a speaker, when you are talking about your topic, you would like to share this with audience who are engaged, thoughtful, supportive. So that's the experience here. And the second reason for me is the variety of the sessions. You have keynotes, fireside chats, and panel discussions. Different forms of sharing the content. Like keynote, I did a keynote 30-minute yesterday, which was amazing. Like, the room was buzzing with energy. And Ian and I had a fireside chat, which is another way. We were having a chat, nice chat, and time flew by like 30 minutes. We didn't even realize it was 30 minutes. And similarly, I was on multiple panels talking about multiple topics, panel discussions where I shared the stage with 5 thought leaders. And that's another. So I really will come back.
That's great to hear. Thank you so much, Ravi, for sharing.
Yeah, and what makes this unique is, again, we were able to talk before, obviously during, and after. And for bigger events, you just don't have that just because of the volume of people coming up to you after. I was sharing with Ravi, I usually stay at a different hotel because after my talk, I just want to disappear and come back again when I'm needed. But here, because it's more intimate, you can actually have meaningful dialogue. So I think that's really good.
We're just so happy to hear that, and we hope that you may return, whether it's in Dubai, Las Vegas again. And if you were to say anything else to your supporters, to those out there who may have an interest in coming, anything that final comments?
One more point I quickly want to make. You did an amazing job. So
absolutely.
You did fantastic organizing this entire event and talking to all of us. And so I enjoyed the organization as well. This is where I felt like what Ian said, right? Relaxed, cool setting. This is where the conversations really take to the next step of implementation. So I would recommend anybody who wants to engage in deeper conversations, I would recommend HEaL.
Thank you so much. You're so kind.
Absolutely. And for the organizers, putting together events is really hard. I've been doing this for more than a decade, and bringing an idea to reality, I don't care if it's a bakery or this event in Vegas or Dubai, it's hard. It takes a lot of hard work. So just shout out to the organizers for doing this. And for future attendees, if you guys are interested in a more intimate setting, getting to know the speakers and MC and facilitators, I think this would be a great opportunity to do so.
Thank you so much. It truly takes teamwork to make the dream work, and I'd like to take a moment to celebrate all of our team members, Megha, Abhishek, Yashpal, everyone who's here on site, all of those who are registration, our photographers, audio-visual team, because it does take teamwork to make this dream work, and we're just so happy that we were able to create a space that was meaningful for you all, where you were able to forge connections and friendships and be able to really feel that the work you're doing is seen, celebrated, and that you continue to do your part to improve the human condition. We're just truly so grateful, and thank you for allowing us to celebrate you. Congratulations again.
And
Thank you
happy
so
Father's
much, and
Day
thanks to the
everyone.
organizers.
Happy Father's Day.
Father's
Thank
Day.
you so much for the short segment. We'll see you at Dubai in March 2025. Thank you.
Oh, 25. Awesome. Take care. Yeah.